All right, y'all, when it comes to turbocharged engines, one of the most common reasons for getting stranded on the side of the road is blowing your OEM cold side turbo piping. So when it comes to a turbo system, you're gonna have a hot side and a cold side. The hot side is the piping that's carrying the air prior to getting to the intercooler. The cold side is carrying the air after the intercooler, right before it goes to the throttle body and then into your intake manifold. So the reason this is a point of failure is from the factory, it's a rubber piping. Rubber degrades at high heat. Well, newsflash, underneath your engine bay is pretty damn high heat. On top of that, you get oil into your intake tract just by the nature of PCV. So that gets into there, ends up degrading the rubber. And like most of y'all that watch this channel, I am also at higher than factory boost levels. Now that doesn't mean that you can't blow this pipe at OEM boost levels. I definitely have, but when you're running significantly more boost, you are even more likely to blow that pipe off. So what's the fix? Aluminum. Aluminum and silicone couplers. So I've got this kit from Spelab. It is just the cold side. We're not messing with the hot side today. From Ford, the hot side actually is an aluminum pipe, so that helps. But replacing the cold side is going to be imperative to really mitigating any more chances for you to be stuck on the side of the road stranded. So we've got is their full cold side pipe kit. You've got 90 degree, a couple couplers. We've got the CNC machine piece that's going to attach to the throttle body. Really simple. All we're really needing to do is just swap out the OEM piece for this. So we're going to go ahead and get started, take off clamps and get the OEM pipe off. And then from there, swapping on this new pipe kit from Spelab. All right, so the first step is going to be clearing out this working space. You're going to pull this off, and then you've got a couple little C-clips that this coolant pipe is in. So we're really just going to move that up and out of the way. And then unclip the sensor, get that out of the way. So next from there, you can either use a flathead or a 7mm. We're going to take both ends of this. First, we're going to get this piece that's attached to the hard coupler that goes onto the throttle body, and then we're going to take off the piece that's attached to the intercooler. All right, so we got that one loose, and then the next one, straight down. Okay. All right. So you can see there is oil in here. Pretty common. I didn't do the CCV reroute until like 200,000 miles on this truck. So, you know, you can just see, oh, and I can feel right here, it's actually starting to get really weak. All right, so the next thing you have to do is get this hard coupler off of the throttle body. Just gonna take a metal pick, work your way up underneath. Take this locking ring. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but get that off of there. And that's going to allow this to slide off completely. Now, you are going to need to retain this. That's what's going to lock on the new CNC piece. Shit. Oh well. So then for this sensor, dang, you can see just how dirty all this stuff gets. So I'm gonna get some mass airflow sensor cleaner. So when you get this piece out, you're gonna see there's a little tab right here. It is locked down. So you're gonna pull it out towards you and then counterclockwise, quarter turn. Careful, pull that right out. But dang, you can see just how dirty all this is. We're for sure cleaning this sensor out. One thing also to note, The position for this sensor was at like basically 1 o'clock if you're looking right at the throttle body. So we're gonna make sure whenever we put the new piece on that it's mounted in that same position. So here we're gonna compare the OEM piece and then this new piece from Spelab. So this right here is the coupler part that was attaching to the intercooler. You can see it has a smaller inner diameter. So you're gonna take the smaller inner diameter side of this new coupler, and that's gonna be the piece that's gonna go onto the intercooler. From there, we've got new clamps. So 4 new clamps there. It's essentially gonna be 2 90 degrees. So we're gonna install this onto here. So then you're gonna have the 2 different pieces that we have, the one from Spelab and then the one that is OEM. You can see that they do include the mounting hole for, I believe that's an IAT sensor. There is also going to be an O-ring. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll get some O-ring lube and we're gonna put that in there. So now we're gonna install the coupler onto the cold side charge pipe. One trick with this is spray glass cleaner. This does a really good job of helping you get the coupler onto the piping because it is really, really tight. It has to be because of the boost that's going through there, but you're gonna go ahead, get that snug, and then you're gonna take the clamp, and that's gonna go this side of the rib to make sure it's even more secure. All right, guys, so now that the pipe's out of the way, you can see that there's a ton of room for you to be able to get to that outlet right there on the intercooler. That's where the new coupler is going to go on to. One other thing that I want to show is I'm going to clean up the outside of this throttle body, but surprisingly, the inside was really clean. I was expecting it to be kind of gunked up, but nothing to worry about there. So other than cleaning that sensor, everything else looks really good, but just going to get this part with towel and wipe that down. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get the coupler attached to the new pipe and use these new band clamps. Slide them over, make sure you're on the other side of that rib. And then you can see there's this black lip. You want that to be on the inside. Get that there. Get it started. I like to have the same amount of space of the coupler on the other side of the clamp, just to make sure nothing's going to slip. And with this one, you can really crank this down. Now the pipe is aluminum, so you don't want to go too crazy, but make sure you've got that really snug in there. So that should do it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the smaller band clamp and we're going to drop this down. Go ahead, put the clamp on, and then you're gonna wanna make sure that this bolt right here is facing up, basically just straight 12 o'clock, because that's gonna be the best access point for you to get down in there with your hex key. So now we're gonna go drop this in and get this onto the intercooler. All right, so you're just gonna fish this down into the open area. Just about everything else can be out of your way. And then just so we got a problem. This clamp that's supposed to hold the new coupler onto the intercooler, it's too small. Everything went over the intercooler, no problem, but can't get it to bite so that I can get the teeth into it. So we're just gonna use the OEM one. These things work just fine, no problem. I mean, these will hold way more power than what this truck's making. So what we're gonna do, just get that onto the new coupler. Make sure that you point this bolt right here straight up for access, but otherwise should be pretty good. We'll go ahead and get this on there, get this tightened down, and then all we're gonna have to do is just attach it to the piece that goes onto the throttle body. All right, so the next step is the throttle body coupler. You're gonna go ahead, same thing, get this coupler on there, crank this down, get that real tight. Then you're gonna take this O-ring. You don't have to use this. I like using the O-ring lubricant. Just make sure it's like gonna seat down in there nicely and stay. Just a thin layer. You can see right in here is where you're gonna put that. There you go, good to go. So now we got the sensor. This is gonna go back into that new CNC piece from Spelab. I like the mass airflow sensor cleaner. It's safe for cleaning these types of sensors. You can see all the oil that got onto it. So it's definitely affecting the readings that it's getting. You can just kind of go crazy with it. Get that cleaned off. Now you should be good to go. All right, so now that you got that about as cleaned up as it's gonna get for a sensor with 200,000 miles on it. Same thing, just a little bit of O-ring lube right on there. And you're just gonna fit it, press, lock, and you're good to go. Next thing we're gonna do, this is gonna be the piece that's gonna go and attach the cold side. So, get that back down and on. We'll tighten this clamp afterwards. What we wanna do, there we go. So now we're going to tighten this clamp so that it's not anywhere near that coolant line. So now you're going to take this ring, just fish it around. All right, so then from there, it's got everything locked in. The ring is seated. All right, y'all, so the install's done. This is the Spelab cold side intercooler piping kit. This is the upgraded kit. I think the other one does not have the big CNC piece that goes onto the throttle body. But regardless, do yourself a favor, get rid of the OEM piping, get yourself some aluminum. Really just mitigate any possible risks of getting stuck on the side of the road from blowing a hole in that stock intercooler pipe. If you're interested in one of these, I will have a link down in the description with a discount code. I'm gonna go take this thing for a drive, but otherwise, super straightforward to install, really nothing else to worry about. If you got your couplers on and V-bands tightened, then you are all set. Appreciate you guys watching.